Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the show. Hey, so listen, I got to start checking in a little bit more. I told you guys last week that I would be starting to come on a little bit more. Although, even though I'm not live right now, I will start doing the lives again. It's just, I never know when it's going to get loud in here. And, 1:30 right now, but dad life might creep up real fast. So, anyway, where have I been for a while? I just kind of got disenfranchised with the whole weight loss space and decided that I would pivot completely and go into a more health space. And so what I'm doing is I'm in school at a place called the Nutritional Therapy Association, and that's why I changed the name of my page to Nutritional Therapy, because it's just more it's more of where I live, like where I believe in food as medicine, and I believe that we can heal ourselves from the inside out with most issues. Now, obviously, I'm not a doctor. I'll never pretend to be a doctor, and I wouldn't want to be a doctor because they have to live under rules that are not exactly my beliefs. So anyways, what is nutritional therapy? I keep getting asked that question, so I figured I would come on and at least explain to you guys in my first video. By the way, this is kind of also an assignment for school, so if you guys could go ahead and leave me a comment or, throw me your email or whatever it is and, help this video get out there better, then that'd be great. You don't have to share it, but please at least like it, and more importantly, comment on it, because that's how you get views in the Facebooks and Instagrams, is by comments. So anyways, what is nutritional therapy? Well, let me put it to you this way. So as a nutritional therapist, we have 4 core principles that we are to abide by. Number one, we are committed to the unique bio-individuality of every client, meaning that everyone has their own specific genetic, ancestral, geographical makeup that determines their unique health needs. So what does that all mean? Well, the reason why a lot of nutrition programs or protocols fail is because they're a one-size-fits-all type operation, like keto or, paleo or macros, right? So basically what I'm trying to say is that what works for me isn't always going to work for you. And it depends on your body's, physiological needs, digestive needs, activity level, ancestral makeup. They're all important. So what we're trying to shoot for here is a balance between the science, the ancestral wisdom of where you come from, and your current bio-individuality as a person. So that's number one. Number two, food first approach to balancing the foundations of health. Okay, foundations of health. Well, I might as well tell you what the foundations of health are as far as my program is concerned. Number one, nutrition. Sounds simple, right? Nutrition. Now, what do I mean by nutrition? I mean eating a whole food, properly prepared, nutrition-dense food diet. Nutrition-dense food diet. Nutrition-dense diet, whatever. So that's it. Nutrition is number one, and like I said, properly prepared whole food diet. Number two, digestion. And when we talk about digestion, we are not only talking about what the foods are, but what's more important is the absorption and the assimilation of that food. So we like to say in nutritional therapy that you are what you absorb, not you are what you eat. So that's a good one. Number three, blood sugar regulation, making sure we have a steady, balanced supply of energy. Okay, so you guys have heard me 100 times in the past talk about blood sugar and all that, and insulin resistance and blah, blah, blah. So that's part of our main focus here. Blood sugar dysregulation has become a frighteningly common occurrence, especially in this country, and it's important that we talk about that. Number four, fatty acids. Most of us don't realize how critical absorbing and utilizing healthy fats for fuel is. Okay, not only for fuel, but for structure and healing of the body. Okay, number five, mineral balance. Absorbing and utilizing the micro and macronutrients that we eat is very important. Hydration is number six, the importance of supplying cells and tissues with, sorry, I keep looking over here. I got this notepad and I already know it, but I don't know. For some reason, I just keep looking, even though I'm I don't know. It's been a while since I checked in with you guys. So we'll go with the soft stuff early and then we'll get into that. So hydration, right? Hydration's important, okay? Now listen, nutrition's the key, but we cannot forget that movement is important. So exercise is important. but not only exercise, but the way we sleep, how much stress, our physiological health, our structural alignment, our bioenergetic health, and our social health is important. Okay, all these things are contributing factors, and this is what I am learning about. So, our third core principle is our respect for the ancestral wisdom. I can't decide where I like this camera. I like it here. But then I keep looking at the stupid note thing, even though it's like right in front of me. I don't need to. So, respect for ancestral wisdom and our experiential knowledge, that is what got us here, is important to understand. Our ancestral wisdom is important because we need to know where we've been to know where we're going. That's simple, right? Number 4, an honest, balanced approach to contemporary research and scholarship. Okay, now this is like, it's kind of sounds stupid, but like I was just on my Instagram story talking about how much I hate the FDA and how they lie to us. So I am actually, a cool part of the school I'm in is that we're learning how to evaluate papers and learn how to read and look for bullshit as far as, misinformation and studies that cheat by using numbers that aren't real and statistics. I mean, I was just reading about I was watching a video about the Framingham study and how much of a bullshit fraud that was from 100 years ago. I mean, they just basically took the stats and made them do it, whatever they wanted the stats to say, they made them say. So listen, those are the core principles. Now, the scope and range or whatever, my role and scope, like I'm not a doctor here. Like I'm never going to pretend like that. But I would love to be someone who can, one, empower individuals to become knowledgeable. Okay. Knowledgeable, responsible for their own health. Okay. Number 2, I'm going to help clients develop and work towards those health goals. Okay. And 3, I'm going to use nutrition and lifestyle strategies to support those core principles, including digestion, blood sugar regulation, fatty acids, minerals, and hydration, going back to my foundations. Okay. So what I won't be, and I had to write this down because it's kind of like a disclaimer, I will not practice medical nutrition or diagnose disease. I will not make unproven health claims or use unproven devices, assessments, or therapies. I will not act as a substitute for a physician or other licensed healthcare provider. That's important, okay? Because a lot of people think that they're, smarter than they are, and I don't think that. I actually think I'm kind of stupid. But I'm good at this shit, and I know my shit. By the way, I keep getting asked by close friends who are like, they know where I've come, and I've studied nutrition for 1,000 hours already, and they know that I'm pretty dogmatic about the way I am. And they keep asking me, have you learned anything that you were like, ooh, I don't believe in that? And the answer is yes. A couple of things we've butted heads on in nutritional therapy, including the use of the ketogenic diet and the use of intermittent fasting. But we're having great discussions about it, and I'm learning a lot that I didn't know, which is the beautiful part of this whole thing. So that's what I won't do. Those are my core values. And one last thing, here's the deal. As a nutritional therapist, I will take a food-first approach, emphasizing fresh, local, and organic, because this is important. I support the foundations of health, I will support the I'm reading again. I will support the foundations of health. Instead of chasing symptoms, I will educate and empower clients so they can make more informed choices. I will not prescribe rigid, one-size-fits-all methods. I will rely on bio-individual client presentation, ancestral wisdom, clinical observation, and evidence-based information. My training will help me evaluate a client's unique goals, meet them where they're at, and make appropriate transitional dietary and lifestyle recommendations. I will maintain my integrity and adhere to the Nutritional Therapy Association's strict code of ethics. Now, we got through this video. I read a lot of it. I didn't want to. But I'm not as good at this as I used to be as far as just flipping out and going crazy because I'm trying to be more of a professional now. So it is what it is. Like, I'm gonna get my groove back. I'm as far as the old bro science Greg, who was a screw your excuses, get a 6-pack when you're 40 and you're busy dad. Well, I don't know. I'm still that guy deep down, but I just don't give a shit about acting like that anymore, even though it's actually who I am. But I am going to be coming on at least once a week, trying to give you guys some information about my training, and hopefully you will like, comment, share, shoot me an email so I can have your email when I start writing a weekly blog or a weekly a newsletter. So that's all coming together. It's all coming around. We'll see. You guys are not listening now. It's 10 minutes in. There's no way you're here. But if you are, I appreciate you, and I will talk to you soon.